practice is the thing that makes perfect. We cannot put a timetable on it. I cannot say to anybody with total certainty in 6 months you are going to be a top-notch trader, or it is going to take you 7 years to get you there. It's an open book. We each of us has got a different starting point. Each of us has got different experiences, so it varies. The one thing we can say with absolute certainty, though, is that a regular practice is the thing, and it is the only thing that will get you there. Because first of all, practice hones awareness. In order to move from one place to another, which is as yet out of our reach, it always requires an increase of awareness. And the easiest way to get there is actually to do three things. You work on the mental side, you work on the emotional side, and you work on the sort of visual, intellectual side, visual, intellectual, creative side that brings the other two things in a way together. So we could argue that we are perhaps really only looking at two, but let's stay, with three here. So for all of us, ultimately, we learn perhaps in different ways, in the sense that for some people the auditory side is stronger, for some people reading the written word is stronger, and for others they have to have visual impact. However, all three areas are present for all of us, and we need to really do a combination of these three things to cover the entire energy matrix, and that is the intellectual, the emotional, and the mental side. We need to look at all three. So, right, there has to be some form of practice. If you are new to this channel, I would say, first of all, go to my website, thebuddhisttrader.com, and read The Buddhist Trader. That will give you an introduction to my philosophy about life, how I live my life, and I firmly believe that my way of seeing things can help many, many people. I didn't wake up one morning and got there. I went through phases of trial and error and learning, growing, awakening, and all this stuff, so pretty much, well, everybody has been through. So, well, I know it works. I know that what I am teaching and sharing with you also works for my clients. So having done this, as we know, the mind has got great challenges in adapting new tricks, new ideas. So I always say, help yourself by looking at your environment. Create beauty in your environment. And that means creating an energy, an atmosphere in your environment that is positive, that supports you, getting rid of electromagnetic radiation, which is a life force killer. We'll do another video about this at some point, again. It will help you use pyramids. I make these pyramids, which you can see on my website. They are meditation tools. They are incredibly powerful if they are used on a daily basis. And they do their work if you just have them sitting on your desk. They are just a wonderful brain harmonizer, aligning the left and right side of the brain. When those are in alignment, resistance vanishes, and learning becomes much easier, growth becomes much easier, and you will be able to take on new ideas and learn new things. If nothing else, it's a more joyful experience. So then the other thing, ultimately, in order to let something new in, you have to clear your old stuff. So that means, again, becoming aware, looking at how you think. Your thinking is the result of your emotions. Using tools Guided meditation is one of them. I have got a guided meditation thing on my website, which is directed at traders in particular, which will help you identify the areas where you have to consciously come into alignment. Um, so that's another thing you ought to do on a daily basis. It's not about doing it for hours, it's about having a practice. Now, I meditate every day for half an hour. I listen every day to at least one talk that I find of interest for my fields of interest. A lot of it is esoteric stuff. I look at um, a lot of ET stuff. It interests me. I spend very little time on looking at political things. I guess obviously I do a little bit. And I spend some time looking at the longer term outlooks on the charts and things like this. It's a form of a practice I do every day. I choose only certain people I listen to, and it's very, very limited because I don't like the idea of being influenced by the negativity out there and the lot of rubbish. It's all about managing your energies. So I always have at least one interesting book on the go. I look at art. I spend time in the garden. I do a little bit of exercise, like the exercises of happiness and success on my website. I do that, a little bit every day. It's not about running that marathon, spending an hour on the treadmill or anything like this. If you spend 3 or 4 minutes twice or 3 times per day doing any of these things I have just mentioned, you are gradually building up a higher vibrational energy field. So, I encourage you to make this part of your lifestyle. It's a lifestyle choice, more than anything else. So, if you intend to create a better life for yourself, a better career, better relationships, and basically have a better quality of life. There is no way around it. You have to do something. I have just given you my template. If it's of interest to you, the tools are on my website. Please visit thebuddhisttrader.com and sign up for my Facebook page, sign up for my newsletter. And okay, again, if you like this video, please share it with others. Thank you for watching.